Out of the ruins, out from the wreckage, can't make a slight mistake this time. We are the children, last generation. We are the ones they left behind. And I wonder when we are ever gonna change. Living under the fear till nothing else remains. We don't need another hero. We don't need to know the way home. All we want is what's beyond. Looking for something we can rely on. There's got to be something better out there. Love and compassion. That day is coming. All else are castles built in the air. And I wonder when we are ever gonna change. Living under the field till nothing else remains. All the children say we don't need another hero. We don't need to know the way home. All we want is what's beyond the Thunderdome. So what do we do with our lives? We leave all things above. Will our story shine like a light? Or is this the dawn? Is it all or nothing?
All right, guys, that was okay. That first was the best song I could use for this evening for this show. I got things here at home I'm trying to take care of, but I had to come on here and say something because we need to clear. Oh, let me get this. That was Tina Turner. We Don't Need Another Hero. And the reason why I played that song is because right now we have people trying to play hero and we're not listening to ourselves. Okay. Now, I want you to try to grasp what I'm trying to say without taking it wrong. Can we do that tonight? I'm going to go over and I'm going to tweet Linwood. Linwood has a really good, he's all for Trump and people can change. Trump was a Democrat before he ran on a Republican ticket. Okay. And I believe Linwood's trying to change, but I think he's lost concept on a little problem here. So I want Linwood to listen to what I got to say, and I hope he does a backstep on what he said. Okay. And the reason why I say that is because he told people not to trust the machines in Georgia. Well, pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. He told people not to trust the machines in Georgia, and we're not going to trust that this time. He sure did. And therefore, he said the people are not going to go vote. Now, if the Republicans, listening to that fired up speech he had yesterday, and yesterday it was a fired up speech, and I heard how when Sidney Powell climbed on stage, the crowd went crazy. We don't need another hero, Sidney Powell. We don't need another hero, Lynn Wood. What we need you guys to do is do your job. Do your job. Instead of wasting time at the rallies, go do your job. I think the people can handle the rallies. And if they need big names to stand up on the stage to keep them fired up, then there's a problem within that group of people that's rallying. Sorry, but I'm going there. So what we need is we need people to understand that when Linwood...
You're not going to fool Georgians again. If Kelly Loeffler wants your vote, if David Perdue wants your vote, they've got to earn it. They've got to demand publicly, repeatedly, consistently, Brian Kemp call a special session of the Georgia legislature.
And I agree with some of the stuff he said, but he went on into the speech, somewhere along here in the speech, he was telling people not to trust the machines, to not go vote. Let me explain something to you. If you Republicans in Georgia do not vote, then we lose the Senate and Congress seats. Yes, it's good to have a president on our side, but it's no good having that president if we do not have the Senate and the Congress behind him, backing him. So let's forget about the president right now. He's handling his business. Let's talk about this. We need every Republican in Georgia to go out and vote. But also, you need to get a hold of the damn DOJ. You need to get Barr's ass himself down there to make sure, and he needs to bring some people with him because I'm not trusting Barr right now. And you need to put Republican people in there at the time that the voting is going on and at the time the votes are being counted. And someone needs to guard the voting booths 24/7 that has nothing to do with Republican or Democrat. There's ways around this. Don't tell people not to go vote. Don't go tell the Republicans not to trust, because then guess what? They're going to not do it. And then guess what happens? The Democrats go out and vote. It tallies up, and we need them seats in the Senate and Congress. How can Linwood be so... I'm not trying to put the man down. I'm really not, because he is doing supposedly a big job here. But I am wondering why he would bring such a speech across without letting the people know there's ways of getting this voting done. Yes, don't trust the machines. But I think right now, with all the crap that's going down and all that we know, I don't think they're going to be running the machine. You know, it's going to be heading up to other countries right now. I don't really think that's going to take place. I don't know. They're pretty bold at what they're doing. But how do we handle something without telling people, you know, I'm hearing people say, I'm not going to vote again. I'm done. I'm not voting ever again. Even I had said it. But like my husband said, that's not the type of attitude to get right now. Because then they do win without any effort. So Linwood needs to go back and retract. He really does need to retract and kind of explain to people. And the Georgia people need to get off their asses. And they need to get out there and tell their legislators, we Republicans need to be in there during the counting. We Republicans need to be there. And we Republicans will stand outside the doors and windows and make sure nothing's being transferred or nothing's coming in. There's ways around it than to tell people don't go trust the machines, don't vote. Wow. See, right now I'm going to question everything because I don't even trust those that are for us. Because haven't you ever heard sheaves and wolves clothing? It's out there. So here we are listening to this man. And when they brung, hold on, let me get here. When he introduced, I want you guys to hear this. This is sheeple, people. Sheeple. Okay? Now, hold on. He's introducing people. And I wish I would have heard from the young man a lot more than he let him get on here. Now, he's going to start introducing people. He's going to start bringing them up on stage. Okay? I want you to hear this.
You gotta like the name Ali. I got two.
Are you hearing this as she steps up on stage? Now, I grant it, we do need her help because she is a tribunal lawyer. And I grant it, she does have a job to do. That's not what I'm saying. We don't need another hero right now. She's got a job to do. And if she is constitutional and she is a tribunal lawyer and she is serious about doing the job to save America, then do it. But us as a people need to be our own heroes right now. Do you get me? Because who do we trust more than anything right now? Who do we trust more than anything? Ourselves. Over and beyond everybody. Even my moderators will trust themselves before they trust me. Even other channels moderators will trust themselves before they trust anybody, even the person they're working for. Even the viewers are that way. It's just common sense. I'm going to trust myself before I trust anything I see or say. But when I heard this crowd go crazy,
Holy Spirit fill this room. Listen, Ali Alexander, another great American, Vernon Jones. Thank you, Vernon.
But did you hear when? Hold on.
We are a country.
Hold on.
Another great American, Vernon Jones. Thank you, Vernon. There's another.
See, when a crowd needs to go crazy because a certain person stepped up on the stage, that's telling me these people need to be guided. These people need a leader because they're followers, not leaders. And we need a lot more leaders down here on ground zero, which is America's platform. You know, we don't get to have the big seats up in the government. We don't get to be up in the government. We can't even get through to their phone lines. We can't even get through to our employees' phone lines. We can't even get through to our employees' addresses. They have their emails ciphered. They have their letters ciphered. They're our employees. Since when did we go from a nation leading and hiring people to run our country to do the job we hire them for, and we turn around and we start being led by them? So here we are. Everybody's looking for someone they can follow and count on. When right now, if Georgia would look at themselves, they're rallied up. Did they rally up to see Linwood and Kyle, or did they rally up to prove a point to their legislators? Which is it? Because when I heard her stand on stage, the crowd went crazy. They went crazy. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't see it as a great thing.
You gotta like the name Ali. I got two. Needs no introduction. The one, the only. The Kraken, Sidney Powell.
The Kraken, Sidney Powell. So are you guys understanding what I'm trying to say here? The Kraken, Sidney Powell. Now, he got a good introduction.
Needs no introduction. The one, the only, the Kraken, Sidney Powell.
Okay, now let's go back to history here. I'm not trying to make bad of these people. I'm really not. I'm glad they're doing the job they're doing. We need them to stay on ground zero and do their job. Yes, but we also need to understand you don't need another damn hero, people. Be your own damn hero. Rally up. If Georgians need to be led, then they got issues. No offense to Georgia. But we don't need another damn hero. And led one telling them to pretty much, here, hold on. I'm not the only one that feels the way I do. Where is he? Where is he? Right here. Let's bring this guy up. Let's take Linwood down. Okay. This guy says it the best. No, thank you. All right.
Good morning. Hope your day is off to a good start. Just wanted to do a quick video before we do the show because we don't have necessarily time for this in the episode today, but I wanted to talk about it because it's a contentious issue and it's voting in Georgia. There's a lot of mixed signals going on out there. There's a lot of infighting in the conservative party right now, which is not something that we need right now. There's a lot of misinformation going on. There's just a ton going on. And I get that people are upset. People are upset about the outcome of the Georgia election, the clear fraud that has occurred there. We do need to fix that. We need to work to fix that. We need people to have a spine and a backbone and stand up and push back against all of that's going on there. Absolutely. We need that. There's so many points that are being made by both sides that are correct right now. But the reality is this, guys. The Democrats are telling conservatives through multiple campaigns, information campaigns out there, they're trying to get you not to vote. That is their plan. I know that some of you know that. I know that you understand that you're not stupid. You're fired up. I get that. And then you've got Lynn Wood and Sidney Powell, who gave their press conference yesterday, a crazy speech by Lynn Wood, like it or don't like it, whatever. But they made some confusing remarks, and people are taking that, whether they mean it this way or not, people are taking it as do not vote Republican. They're failing us. They're not standing up and fighting against the fraud in Georgia. You're right. They're not. They're not to the extent that they should be by any stretch. They're acting like traditional GOP swamp creatures, or any political swamp creatures for that matter. And it's ridiculous. And we need to expose the fraud there. We need to stay the course. We need to keep fighting this. We need Trump to win. I've heard people say, well, we need Trump to win. Screw this race. It doesn't matter if Trump doesn't win. That's not true. That's not true. We need to rid the party of rhinos. We need to do it. And you know I'm anti-establishment. I made a video the other day saying, screw the GOP. They're spineless. They never fight for us. They fight for themselves, their career. That's ridiculous. We can't have it. But we cannot lose the Senate. We cannot, guys. We can't lose the Senate. And it runs through Georgia. And it runs through these two runoff elections that if there wasn't fraud, there wasn't some other crap going on there, we wouldn't even be having runoffs. It's ridiculous that we are. It's ridiculous they're not standing up. Loeffler, Perdue, Secretary of State, so many people in Georgia. It's ridiculous that they're not pushing back. I get it. I get your frustration. I'm frustrated too. Screw all those people. They're abandoning reason, logic, the rule of law, all to cover their asses and make sure that they keep their jobs. So I get the frustration, but at the same time, if we lose the Senate and they win the White House, you need to understand we are done. We are done. This is super important. We might be done anyways, but we absolutely are if they take control of everything. There's nothing that can stop them from achieving any of their radical progressive goals, radically changing this country. We can't do it. So your only option then is something that we don't want to do. There's some keyboard warriors out there who say they want it and that they're fine with that. Okay, cool. But trust me, most of America doesn't want what that looks like. Mm-mm. If we win the presidency, but they take the Senate because we don't vote, people don't go out and vote. President Trump, by the way, going to Georgia this weekend to encourage people to vote. He's telling people to vote. So the person that you're saying, it only matters about Trump, it only matters about MAGA. Yes, I'm all on the Trump train too. Love the guy. We need to get him in office. We need to prove everything that's happened. but he's telling people to vote, and we can do both things at the same time. We can push to win. We should always look. I'm a competitor. You try to win everything. If we're playing 2 games, I want to win both. I want to win 3. I don't like you go all out.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't just pick that. If they take the Senate, they're gonna drag us through impeachment crap right away.
Yep.
Will they get 67 votes in the Senate? Probably not. But you don't want to leave it to chance. There's a lot of rhinos. There's a lot of people in there who could be bought. There's a lot of rhinos in there who care more about their jobs than they do this country.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not a good scenario either. And then he can't get anything done during his next term anyways. So like bottom line, we can pursue wins in both the Senate in Georgia and the White House and pursue exposing all of this fraud that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get through this. Let's win those Senate seats, even though they're not the ideal candidates, even though they're pissing people off right now. Again, I get it. I'm not happy about it either. But we win this. We ensure that we can keep the Senate block, no matter who wins the presidency. God forbid it's Biden, because it won't be fair and it won't be good. But we have to have the Senate to block their plans. It's still possible that they can push some stuff through, yeah, because there's people who are turncoats and the Romneys of the world and the Murkowskis of the world who could swing to the other side on certain votes, but it's less likely. And when that much is on the line, I'm hoping that they'll do the right thing. I'm hoping. So let's get through this. Let's win the Senate. Let's get out, Georgians, please, for the sake of this country. I can't stress how important this is. Get out and vote. Yes, they're going to try and cheat again. Absolutely. But we're going to keep working to try and expose that as this is going, but we have to at least try. We can't just say, all right, fine, take it. Because then it's literally the entire country that they're taking.
And there you go. And like he said, okay, like he said, can't afford not to vote. Can't afford not to put that fear in their, that's like I said, Linwood needs to do a retraction. He seriously needs to fix his comment if he means what he says. But then again, Linwood is a Democrat. And there are good Democrats out there. I'm not saying all Democrats are bad. We wouldn't have JFK in the grave if that was the point. Okay, but I'm saying that Linwood needs to do a retraction because right now, this is what they're counting on. We never thought in our lives, guys, that we would look at something so horrific happening to our country right now as this is happening right now. We talked about it and we were called conspiracy theorists. We were made fun of. They told people we were lying, that we're crazy. And here it is happening today. They're stealing an election. They're trying to bring in and usher in the new world order. So you're going to have people who are going to look like they're friendly and they give you botched information. He boxed it up when he turned around, or botched, not boxed, but botch. And I'm sorry, but Linwood, you gave wrong information when you told them not to vote. And if you did not tell them to not vote, then turn around and give a retraction. And then you have people like Sidney Powell, who supposedly, here she's all happy and proud. She's called the Kraken. The crowd went crazy because they need a leader instead of and their followers instead of the leaders. We need a team of leaders right now. We don't need followers. We need them people to go out and vote Republican. And if the two that they're supposed to vote in is not fighting for the cause, then what the hell is up with that? And what's up with Barr? Here, instead of doing an investigation, he didn't check into the machines. He didn't go talk to all these people. Instead, he turned around, went to a meeting in the White House, and I'm sure he got to talk to Trump, which what we're hearing is they did. They had a very heated conversation. So he turns around and he's going to be checking into Trump's pardons. Really, Barr? You seriously, Barr? Oh, that's right. You are and have been affiliated with the CIA. That's fact. Google it. You don't believe me. So see, we don't need another hero right now. What we need is everybody to work on one level with each other at the same time and not no one become this leader of information, this leader that's going to get things done for us. And that's what the problem's been with the American people all this time. Wake up, America. We don't need another damn hero. What we need is for every one of us to be that hero. Are you getting where I'm coming from? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say here? We don't need to, you're supposed to be a rally and that was supposed to be a protest that turned into a rally. And they're going to come speak to you in these rallies because then they can tell you things like, don't trust the voting system, so don't go vote. And right now we need them seats. We need them seats because the Senate, whether you believe it or not, yes, you get a president up there, but the Senate and the Congress is what makes the world go around, and you better damn well believe it. And yeah, we're going to have some rhinos up there, but we need as many Republican titles in there as possible. And hopefully we got enough of them that have a good heart and a pure soul that's going to do what they need to do for us up there. Because I'm here to tell you right now, we talk about disfunnling or dismantling, not disfunnling. I said that wrong. Dismantling the police department. No, we don't need to dismantle the police department. We need to fix it. We hear people say, we don't need a police department. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Because I ain't going to be willing to put up with the crap they put up with to keep me safe. Yeah, we do. I want someone else to do that job. I don't want that job. Yeah, we do need a police department. We don't need governors and mayors. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Because I ain't going to put up with people bitching and screaming at me. Yes, we do. We need to be regulated. We don't need, and this is what we hear out there in these protests, the bad protests, the ones that loot and burn buildings down, Black Lives Matter and Antifa. I ain't afraid to call them out. So here they say, we don't need a police department. We don't need government. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Because I don't want to handle your ass on my own. I'd get frustrated. No, we need someone else to do the job. And you know what? That's what we need to start thinking. We don't need to dismantle nothing. We need to fix it. We don't need to dismantle the police department. Let's fix them. We don't need to dismantle our government. Let's fix them. Because we need to be regulated. Because without regulations, you got a bunch of people out there that's not going to give you the right to talk or a right to vote or a right to have your say. And we got a lot of them out there. Tons of them out there that say that they have a right to say what goes on, but you don't. That's why we need a government. That's why we need peacemakers. But I'm not going to hoot and holler and scream and hooray because someone better known as the Kraken is pulled up on the stage. She's got a job to do. If she is patriotic and if she's serious about winning back for this country, then she'd do the job without the praise. And Linwood telling people to not trust the machines and don't go vote. He needs to retract what he said if he's seriously about helping the American people. Instead of saying it the way he said it, because he had them all fired up. You know what he reminded me of? The evangelistic preachers that tell you you're going to hell if you wear makeup, or you're going to go to hell if you wear pants and you're supposed to be a woman and you're supposed to wear dresses. The Pentecostal type. That's what he reminded me of. A backwoods Southern Pentecostal preacher is what he reminded me of. While he was up there spewing his words. I don't look at Sidney Powell as my Kraken. See, I thought well of the whole situation until that rally. And you notice when they got their guard down and they're really not paying attention is when they spew off and she really didn't have a lot to say at the rally though. She's not a speaker at all. She does not have a lot to say. But if she does have all this evidence, then she needs to do her damn job. She needs to call Barr up and meet with him. And don't give him the raw evidence. Give him copies. No one give over the raw evidence. You'll never see it again. Now, supposedly today, they banned some White House worker supposed to be on Trump just because Trump's president. And there's a lot of people in the White House to this day that are traitors. Yes, there is. And they were over there trying to find out all the stuff they could find out. And I don't think Trump sent someone in there. I really don't think he actually did. And if he did, dude, you got to send someone ain't going to get caught. Seriously. Am I promoting the kind of business that happened that got her banned? Probably. I don't care. It's war. All fair and love in war, ain't it, folks? There's a coup d'etat happening right now to our country. They're trying to take our country right out from under us. And then we have people who come around and all in the namesake of winning one for the Kipper, and they stand up there and tell people not to vote. Wow. Couldn't have got any further than that one. But I will tell you this. Let me find it here. Let me find it. Here it is. I think that's it. Yep. I want to show this. This is some new evidence here. Okay, let me find it.
So now they're going to start pulling these ballots out from under this table. This table, the black one, was placed there by the lady with the blonde braids at about 8:22 a.m. in the morning. So she put that table there. So the same person who's staying behind now, the same person who cleared the place out under the pretense that we're going to stop counting, is the person who put the table there at 8:22 in the morning. Yeah, I saw 4 suitcases come out from underneath the table.
Wow.
Yeah, upper right hand, you see the gentleman in the red. So he just pulled one out. So what are these ballots doing there, separate from all the other ballots? Mm-hmm. And why are they only counting them whenever the place is cleared out with no witnesses? Is the question. So these machines can process about 3,000 ballots an hour. You have multiple machines there, and they're there for 2 hours. So you do the math. How many ballots went through those machines in those 2 hours when there was no one there to supervise, to be present, consistent with your statutes and rules, to supervise the tabulation? We believe that could easily be, and probably is certainly, beyond the margin of victory in this race.
Wow. So more and more information, I'm going to share that. More and more information is coming across. Now, I'm not saying that Linwood's a bad guy. Don't quote me on him being a bad guy. I think he did it wrong. Okay. Sidney Powell, I have directed evidence of vote fraud on the biggest scale world history. I'm going to retweet this. This is stuff that needs to get around. You got to retweet things, guys. You have to seriously retweet, tweet, and spread the word, because right now I'm being shadow banned big time. So here it is. Some more evidence coming forth. We have some UPS driver, United States Postal drivers that said, wow, blockbuster testimony taking place right now in Georgia, ballot stuffing by Dems when Republicans are forced to leave the large counting room. Plenty more coming, but this alone leads to an easy win of the state. Yeah, Donald Trump, you know it too, buddy. You know it. So see, this is what I'm saying. We need to fight back. We need to get loud. We need to, every state in this country, and I'm going to say it, needs to have rallies. Needs to have protests. Every state needs to do it, even though our state has went red on the map and they didn't bother us too badly. I hear there's 2,900 votes that was messed with in the state of Missouri, 2,900. So every state needs to start doing protests and rallies. Everyone needs to get loud. The same amount that went out in groves and groves of people and voted a landslide in for Donald J. Trump to be president again should be the same ones that get out there and say something loud in the streets. It's going to take that. It's going to take it. Because right now they're getting ready to administrate right here in the state of Missouri. And they said by April, all of Missouri will be vaccinated. Every person in the state of Missouri will be vaccinated by April. So it is getting to the point that we're too busy following this to be talking about the vaccine that people said they're not going to take. Let me ask you a question. You can't go into the stores because you're not vaccinated. Okay, that's a fix. Someone that is vaccinated can go for you probably, right? You can't get your driver's license because you're not vaccinated. That's not a fix. No one can go get that for you. So, what about, let's just give a little, here and there, some ideas. What about, you can't get your disability if you're not vaccinated. Your children can't attend school if they're not vaccinated. Therefore, since you don't have them in school, you're failing as a parent for their health and their learning. So we're going to come take them out of your home because you won't get them vaccinated. You going to stop them? No, you're not. No, you're not. You getting now what I'm talking about? Hope you are. I can't hear.
Was shattered overnight. What if the dramatic stories and scenes you watch in the comfort of your home started playing out in real life, right before your eyes? Is that what's happening? Are we living through an episode of Scandal or House of Cards? Literally overnight, Americans lost faith in the security of their elections. Middle of the night ballot dumps, glitches, and secret vote counting certainly raised suspicion. Then, things only got worse. Enter Dominion voting software. 6,000 votes. Yes, that's right, 6,000 votes switched from President Trump to former Vice President Joe Biden. In the vital swing state of Michigan, no less. Many in the media rushed to chalk this up to human error, which begs the question, why on earth are we using software that is so easily corrupted by humans? Surely, we should be able to have enough trust in our elections to believe that the folks running them are competent enough to not make a mess of things. Sadly, that doesn't seem to be the case. Don't believe me? Just look at what happened right here in my home state of Arizona. The Republican chair of the Maricopa County Republican Party, the largest county in the country, was forced to resign from her position for failing to attend a pre-election test of the county's ballot tabulation machines. And who owns those machines? You guessed it, Dominion. This isn't the first time questions have been raised about Dominion.
Now, also remember that who owns the Dominion machines really seriously owns 75% into ownership of the Dominion machines. And I will repeat that again, 75% into the Dominion machines owned China. Fact.
Voting software. Last year, the Texas Secretary of State rejected Dominion, citing multiple hardware and software issues. And guess which state hasn't had any voting irregularities? Dominion software almost cost this man his job. Meet Michigan resident Adam Kokendorfer. Adam went to bed thinking he had lost his bid for re-election as Oakland County Commissioner, only to wake up to find out that a Dominion glitch gave his hard-fought win to his opponent. Luckily for Adam, this mistake was caught. All roads lead to Dominion, it seems. The Canadian company is one of 3 voting softwares primarily used in American elections. Oddly enough, almost every single state, down to the county that's being challenged, implements Dominion. It's reported that in 2016, Dominion voting system reached approximately 71 million voters in 1,635 jurisdictions in the U.S. According to experts, if one site has a flaw, other sites are likely to have it as well. That is terrifying. And it only gets scarier. When you dig deeper, according to Sidney Powell, a member of President Trump's legal team, Dominion software allows vote counters to switch votes. She even alleges that some leaders knowingly brought faulty software into their states and into jurisdictions, and claims there's evidence of kickbacks for officials who signed contracts with Dominion.
Substantial sums of money being given to family members of state officials who bought this software.
Mrs. Powell also alleges that Nancy Pelosi's former chief of staff became a lobbyist for Dominion, and that Dianne Feinstein's husband is a significant shareholder in the company. Oh, and a member of Joe Biden's transition team allegedly sits on the board of Smartmatic, a subsidiary of Dominion.
Are you hearing that?
If Dominion is so easily corrupted,
We heard that it was Pelosi's employee, okay, that is got to do with Dominion. And we heard that Feinstein's husband, but we didn't know about old Biden boy, now did we now? Well.
shareholder in the company. Oh, and a member of Joe Biden's transition team allegedly sits on the board of Smartmatic.
Transition team. I wonder who that is, huh? A person that's on Joe Biden's transition team. Ha, ain't that something? I want to hear that again. Oh, yeah.
And that Dianne Feinstein's husband is a significant
Ain't
shareholder in the
this
company.
something?
Oh, and a member of Joe Biden's transition team allegedly sits on the board of Smartmatic,
Wow.
a subsidiary of Dominion.
Ain't that
If
something?
Dominion is so easily corrupted by outside forces, can you blame Americans for their concern at who might be pulling the strings?
Exactly.
Something smells fishy.
You think?
This is the United States of America, for crying out loud. We are not a banana republic. This isn't some far-fetched conspiracy theory. In 2016, an explosive investigation spearheaded by Princeton University professor Andrew Chappell exposed just how easily this software could be corrupted. In his report, Chappell outlines how a simple $4 computer chip can hack a machine to switch votes. 4 years ago, someone raised concerns, and yet here we are.
Mm-hmm.
Americans have lost faith in their ability to decide who represents them. This absolutely deserves an investigation. If we can spend years investigating fake Russia collusion claims, surely we can take a deeper look into all of these irregularities tied to Dominion. After all, if they have nothing to hide, they should have nothing to worry about, right? Or does that only apply to fake dossiers used to spy on President Trump's campaign? Americans should have confidence in the election process, and our officials that are elected must provide it. No amount of fraud is acceptable. We need a full, transparent, and independent election audit to make sure all legal votes are counted. 71 million Americans don't just deserve answers, we demand them.
And we do demand them, don't we, people? We sure do. So, I'm going to share that again. But this is what I'm talking about, guys. We don't need heroes. We need to become our own hero. Okay? Linwood has for decades voted for, donated to the Democratic Party. Georgia-based attorney Linwood is getting lots of attention for urging supporters to President Donald Trump to break with the president, Barbet.com. And Barbet.com, I can guarantee is going to tell you the truth, okay? Here we go. So it says, Georgia-based attorney Linwood is getting lots of attention for urging supporters of President Donald Trump to break with the president and not vote for GOP Senator David Perdue and Republican Georgia and Kelly Loeffler in the upcoming January 5th runoff election. And what better way to tell you not to do it is we can't trust the machines. I'm here to tell you if you do not. He reminded me of a charismatic preacher. I'm going there. He reminded me of my mother, who she used to stand up and preach just like that, to where she wanted to make it so obvious that she was trying to bring a point across to you and scare you at the same time into believing in Jesus. I'm just saying. So here he is, Wood's public comment run counter to President runs, and Trump and Pence are in Georgia telling people to vote. Telling people to vote. So let me tell the Georgia people, and if you find Georgia chat rooms or you find Georgia blogs, if you don't want to share my show, at least share other people's shows with them to open their eyes and wake them up to realize what is exactly going on in front of us. Now, I'm not saying that, Linwood could change because, we see President Trump. He was a Democrat and ran on a Republican ticket, and he seriously is trying to save our country. He seriously is. But when Linwood told people not to vote for these two Republican people, what the hell, people? And did you see the look? Go back and look at, I'll put it in the comment section below. Go back and look at the speech when he was saying it. Look at Sidney Powell. She had this look like, holy crap. It's not the message to be given. But he gave it. And he has a platform. Supposedly Twitter took his account away, but he's over there tweeting away and always had been. And I didn't see him get his tweets taken away. He's over there tweeting away like a big dog about everything. And I don't see nothing being taken away from him. This is out there. He talks about how he talks about the election. Okay. He talks about everyone. He's putting names out there. And that is scary because Twitter, you put the names out and it sends people to them. So what is Linwood? What is he really doing? If he really cares about Trump, and he is one of them Democratic people that believe that we should have a fair election, then he needs to do a retraction. Because right now he's really screwed the pooch. That's a saying. He don't really go screwing pooches. I just want you guys to understand that, okay? Really, seriously. But here he is, and I don't even know why that's even a saying, but it's backwoods say. I don't know why I say it. I got to change that. But anyway, that just gross. But anyway, here it is. He's telling people don't go vote for him if they don't want to challenge this. They don't want to challenge that. Well, what kind of message is Linwood giving us? And then he introduces Sidney Powell as the Kraken and makes the crowd go crazier. And they sounded like they were at a rock concert. And they were cheering on their best people. Their best band. Hey, woo! It's like, wow, you people are followers. Not a damn one of you is a leader. Wow. So here we are, right here. In addition to Trump himself, Vice President Mike Pence is making a second trip, guys, to Georgia later this week to campaign for Loeffler and Perdue. And the president's eldest son, Donald Trump Jr., has been vocal in his support for them as well. But then you have Linwood saying, don't vote for him if they don't want to get out and they don't want to call out this. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. Linwood, you need to do a retraction. You seriously do need to do a retraction. And if he doesn't do a retraction, then that tells me a lot about Linwood. I'm serious. Now, also, I don't know if you guys have been seeing this, but let me find it here. Everyone's talking about it. Look at this. This guy's even talking about it. Okay. Yeah, come on. Cut it up here for me. All right.
Can be voted on. The resolution mentioned.
Leaked video shows China forging U.S. ballots. Will Trump use martial law? Okay. I haven't seen the video. He hasn't showed it yet. So I'm trying to figure out hold on. Okay. Guided to declaration of martial law in the United States. Okay. Supposedly, hold on here. There's people telling Trump to do martial law. I'm for it. If it's going to save us, I'm for it. Our country is headed to civil war, a war created by third-party bad actors for their benefit, not for the people. Communist China is leading the you know what? I would like for everybody to go check into Linwood. Check into the last time he donated. Hold on. Let's see if Google will give it to us or if Google's really on their job hiding shit. When's the last time Linwood donated to the Democratic Party? Let's see here. Okay. Wow. 21st Legislative District Democrat, the website. Okay. Chapter 9, journal entries, flashcards, questions. Okay. He donated marketable securities with a fair value. Wow. Prefers Democratic Party. He prefers the Democratic Party. Wow. With your vote, we can do more helping kids. Okay, hold on here. So let's say, let me see, what is his name? His full name is, it just says Lynn Wood. Is Attorney Lynn Wood a Democrat? Okay. Here's his Wikipedia. Just curious. Okay. It's not giving me this here. Usually it does. He's an attorney. Oh, he's not a preacher. He's an attorney. He sounds like a damn preacher. Atlanta, Georgia. I guess K. Representatives on behalf of President Donald Trump. He could change. I mean, Democrats can go for Trump too. It's been a factor. So I don't know. So I'm not looking. I don't know. I mean, he seems to be. I hope he's not up there guiding the president. God, president needs to vet everybody. But supposedly he's a Democrat and he has donated to the Democratic Party a lot. So we ask you to humbly don't scroll away. Oh, go. I'm not donating. No, you're not getting mine. No, whatever. Wikipedia. No, I'm not going to donate to Wikipedia. So, okay, well, he's a Democrat, but he's for the president. That's what it says here. Wait a minute. Was he an attorney for John Benet Ramsey? Was quickly followed by other high-profile cases, including John and Patsy Ramsey, the parents of John Benet Ramsey. What? Wood was the plaintiff-led attorney for John and Patsy Ramsey and their son, Burke, pursuing defamation claims on their behalf against the St. Martin's Press, Times, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. John and Patsy Ramsey were also sued in two separate defamation lawsuits arising from the publication of their book, The Death of Innocence. The suit was brought by two individuals named in the book as having been investigated by Boulder police and some suspect in John Benet's murder. The Ramseys were defended in those lawsuits. So Linwood was their attorney. Wow. Wow. Wow again. That's a third wow. That's a big wow. Wow, wow, wow. In 2016, Wood represented Burke Ramsey, the older brother of the murder victim, John Benet Ramsey, in a pair of related lawsuits stemming from the CBS network discusses the case of John Benet Ramsey. Wow. That's where I heard his name before. Oh, wow. An defamation case. They called him the pedo guy. The case was lost because the jury felt that Musk tweet did not properly identify. Oh, God. Wow. And he's a Democrat, and so was the Ramsey's parents. And then what's that got to do with anything? I'll tell you in another show what it's got to do with stuff. Wow. I knew. Yeah, buddy. Well. Isn't that something? What the hell is that? That ain't dessert. I don't know what the hell that is, but that ain't dessert. So Sidney Powell, attention, Georgia. Do need to get loud now. Demand new secure U.S. Senate. No, well, they do need to They do need to demand a secure way of voting. That I agree with, but don't tell people not to vote because of it. That's he needs to redo that. He seriously needs to do that. Keep America free. Stop the fraud. What's he got to gain in this? I'm not trying to put him down. I'm not trying to make him look like crap. I'm just wondering, what does he have to gain in this? Georgians, you must vote. Don't boycott the election. Just like Kennedy said, we are all Berliners. Every Republican in the USA must understand we are all Georgians. Please vote for all of us. And he posts this. Yes, Georgians, you must vote, but demand that your vote be cast in an election process that is not corrupted by massive fraud. Okay, I agree with him there. Okay, so now he is saying that. Okay, so there you go. I knew if I looked at it long enough, because I just heard this and I said, I'm going to go live on this. It needs to be talked about. And I'm glad I did. And so there you go. I'm not saying that just because he's got a Democrat title that he's a bad guy. I'm not saying that at all, because we have some good Democratic people. Like I said, if that's the case, then why is JFK in the ground? Okay. See what I mean? JFK was a Democrat, but he worked for the people. He was for this country. And that's what's wrong with Democratic people nowadays. They're all gone. They're all gone. And now we're stuck with what you see up there. Vicious, evil people. So we need to fix the Democratic Party. We need to fix the Republican Party. We have too many rhinos in the mix. But watch how you spew your words. At least I get up here and give a what for and what if. And that's what we got to do. If we start spewing our words, we're no different than what he was that day yesterday on the stage. So we got to watch how we spew, how we talk to people, and how we say things to people, because I don't want to make anyone feel like they're stupid. I don't want anyone to make them feel like they're stupid. So I'm not going to question, am I the only one that understands this? Because I'm not the only one that understands it. So I'm not going to say that term. Am I the only one that's seeing this? Because no, I'm not the only one that's seeing this. I'm not going to do a repeat. We, the people, need to understand. We don't need another damn hero. And we don't need people like me and anyone else sitting up here trying to tell you guys what's going down when you already know what's going down. But Linwood right there says, yeah, you do need to vote. So he did. Okay. I'm happy he did. But we need to watch. sorry. We need to watch all the players in this game of filth and rubble, because it is a coup d'etat. And when you have, and I don't understand how it is that the people that are being voted in for presidency actually has ties with the machines that we are using to vote on. How is that fair? That should be a conflict of interest, if you ask me. That's like going and sitting and playing a game of poker, and the guy says, we're going to use my deck, and he keeps using the same deck, and I keep losing. But when I call for a new deck, no, we're going to play with mine. We ain't going to play with a new one. Why? What's the difference of going to a new deck? No, we're going to play with mine. Why? What is your problem with handing over a new deck? And let's just play with a new deck. No, we're going to use mine. Can't help it, you're losing. But then someone else speaks up and says, no. Third person at the table says, no, we're going to go with a new deck. Fourth person says, we're going with a new deck. Everyone's outnumbered that one that wants to keep his deck. We go with a new deck and everybody starts winning. Isn't that something? Then we decided to change it up and go back to his deck, and everybody starts losing again. Are you getting the message I'm trying to bring across here? I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to put it out there, and you got to pick what you think is right. I won't be a Democrat and say, this is what you need to do. I won't be one of them people that's going to say, this is what you need to do, and it's there. It's the right way. Not doing it. I'm hoping God handles it and gives you the insight you need to see what's right and what's wrong. I refuse to be one of them kind of people. And that's how we got to start looking at things. So here it is, this right here. And I was seeing something else I seen. Let me see. Where is it? So I think it's right here. Okay. Hold on here. Let me get it right here. I've seen it somewhere. Where did I see it? Is that the one? Okay. Yeah, okay. This was the rally, and I will put that in the comment section below. I'm trying to find the one that I seen. But we need to start. Oh, this is what I want to talk to you about right here. I brung up Trump and Pence rally in Georgia. Okay. They are this weekend going to be in Georgia. And I hope to God, by Trump telling them to vote, they go vote. But we need to also start yelling at our governors and our mayors and our electors that we need to have a safer way to vote. Even the states that have turned red and voted for Trump this year and wasn't questioned, we still need to do it ourselves. Because from what we're finding out, it's seriously, seriously going down. Now, I want you to hear something else. You can't make this stuff up. This is my problem here. Right after the president was voted president of the United States, Donald J. Trump was the elected president of the United States. You got this jackass. Listen to this. Oh. Wait a minute. Whoa. Stop it. Stop it. And get a copy of this. Record this because they're trying to get all this stuff off. It's hard finding it. So get a copy of this. Record it.
Overdrive to clean up loose ends. November 16, 2016, 2 weeks after Donald Trump's victory, Joe Biden is on the phone with Poroshenko. His voice tenser now than before.
This is getting very, very close. What I don't want to have happen, I don't want Trump to get in the position where he thinks he's about to buy onto a policy where the financial system is going to collapse and he's going to be looked to pour more money into Ukraine. That's how he'll think about it before he gets sophisticated enough to know the details.
In other words, Biden does not want Ukraine asking for more money from Trump. Doing so would cause Trump to look into the details.
So anything you can do to push the Privat Bank to closure so that the IMF loan comes forward, I would respectfully suggest is critically important to your economic as well as physical security.
Critically overdrive to clean up loose ends. November 16, 2016, 2 weeks after Donald Trump's victory, Joe Biden is on the phone with Poroshenko. His voice tenser now than before.
Because he didn't want them to come to Trump and ask for money and Trump find out exactly what all went down with Ukraine and Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. So therefore, he's trying to head it off. That right there, I don't know, but the Logan Act seems to look fine to me with this one. Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say this was something close to being the Logan Act? I would say it. And here he is. Excuse me, I'm getting a little cold here. I was out in the rain. And here he is. Can't make it up. Nope, you can't make this stuff up, people. You can try, but you can't. But you can't. Now, I wanted to show this right here. Let me bring it up here. This here, it says, freedom never kneels except for God. And General Flynn put this out, okay? And I'm going to share this because I truly believe in it. And right here, okay? Now, General Flynn wasn't at that rally yesterday, okay? You can donate press release, We the People Convention. WTPC calls for president to invoke limited martial law to hold new elections. In full-page Washington Times ad, if legislators, courts, and Congress do not follow the Constitution. I agree to this, okay? I so agree to this because we need something, people. You want answers. You want this. You want the crap to stop. Well, then let's start putting ourselves forward. How many people blow money on just bullshit? I mean, not my business, but how many of you do? Just think to yourself. Don't even give an answer. It's not our business, so don't even put it in the chat room. I'm not over there looking at my chat room, but don't put it in the chat room. How many people actually just blow money on crap? How many people save money from stop smoking cigarettes? That's That's a big deal right there. I already added up mine. It was like, wow, that's what I was costing my family a year to make myself ill. That's pretty sad. You're willing to spend on that crap, but how about donating so we can get this in the paper so we can start doing things? This is part of what you can help out and do. Well, Clovis, we ain't got the money right now, so how can we do that? How can we do that? We don't have the money right now. I love this woman. Yes. Okay. Yes, he did do a retraction. Someone just sent that to me. So here we are. There's no sound. Yeah, there is. So here we are. Yeah, there's sound. I don't know where you ain't got no sound. I got sound. Can you guys hear me? I can't hear you. No sound. There's sound. Can you guys hear me? Oh my God. Are you kidding? Okay. Okay. Oh my God. We'll see in a minute, won't we? Okay. So yeah, this is how it is. Is anyone achieving these Trump? Oh my God. When they try to downplay or deny their complicity of future, you know, I don't like her. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Sue. Okay. Yeah, someone can't hear me. Well, that's the problem. Just saying. Okay, did you guys know about Nevada fraud? 1,500 dead voters, 42,248 voted multiple times. Yep, we know. Yes, we do. And did you notice how Facebook and Twitter, when you try to download, when you try to retweet or reshare something, they give you the option of finding out if you really want to or not, because that could be what? Bad news. Yeah. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Dan Bongino, the one that started the Parler, he's doing chemo. Keep him in your prayers. And he seriously is going through a lot right now, and he is taking chemo. So let's keep him in our prayers, okay? Please. I'm not going to show the picture. I will share it on my Facebook, which I know I said I'd get rid of Facebook, but you know what, guys? It's seriously hard to do right now when I got so many people that won't leave the platform. You got to leave it. I'm going to leave you. I mean, it's been a great relationship, guys, but this relationship's got to go. I'm just saying. I don't sound like I've been married to every one of you. It is what it is, okay? Work with me here. I'm just saying. Okay, so we really do. I'm going to play something that's going to shock you, okay? And I need you guys to understand Pelosi and Schumer voice support for bipartisan COVID aid package. Oh, listen to this. But she says it ain't going to be till February when it gets out. She wants to make sure that, Biden's in there. She hurt people worse than any, and she's too stupid to realize what she's went and done. The Democrats they'll chew their own young. I'm just saying. They really would. And when she did not do the stimulus package, there's a lot of Democrats just kicked her right in the ass. They're like, screw you, lady. Hey, lady. Yeah, she pretty well screwed herself. So now the top stories are Pelosi and Schumer voice support for bipartisan COVID package. Well, and that was 4 hours ago. Well, isn't that something, y'all? Ain't that something? So yeah, it is what it is. But Newsmax put out something. I want you guys to hear this, okay? Okay, that's a little loud for my little taste here. And let me get it ready for you guys, because I don't want to put the ad up there. The ad I can't do that, because they're going to monetize me, not for me, but for the people I use their stuff. So I can't run the ad. They get to run the ad on me first. Okay, here we go.
They went on for 4 years, and I won them all. I beat them all. There was no collusion in the end.
Well, that, of course, is President Trump. He addressed the nation today while slamming the deep state's failed effort to overthrow his presidency. He also stressed the importance of restoring Americans' faith in the election process and our institutions. The Department of Justice is one we have lost faith in, really, and for good reason. Not one of the corrupt Obama-era officials that concocted this bogus Russian hoax have been prosecuted for what amounts to a failed coup attempt. Instead, they have million-dollar book deals and media contracts. Attorney General Bill Barr just appointed John Durham as special counsel to investigate the origins of the Russia collusion hoax in a potential Biden administration. Durham hasn't even finished the long-awaited so-called report. What is taking so long is a mystery. It should have been finished and released before the election, because we know Joe Biden played a role in all of this. Attorney General Bill Barr should have forced its conclusion long ago. The good news is Durham, now as a special prosecutor, can't be fired by a potential president in Joe Biden if that happens. Our next guest has been leading the fight against the corruption at the DOJ and the FBI. Joining us now, Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan, ranking member.
There you go. Hey.
Congressman.
This guy right here, I would vote for president. You damn right I would. He's the only one that didn't run like sissified Chavez and sissified Gowdy. He's staying in the race. He's staying in politics to fight for what's right. Gowdy and Chavez, they sold out. They sure did. They left politics and went and started working for the enemy, Fox News.
Great to have you on the program. First time, and it's good to see you.
Good to be with you, Grant. Look forward to doing a few more.
Absolutely. Can't wait for that. Look, we got a lot of business to take care of today. First off, the special prosecutor. Boy, I wish Durham would have released his report before the election, because I do believe there's evidence that Joe Biden was behind it. We certainly know he concocted the scheme to hang General Flynn out to dry.
Yeah, no, I wish he would have the report, or better yet, some indictments would have happened prior to the election sometime this summer, as we were originally told. The good news is, as you said, Grant, that the Attorney General has named him as special counsel, given him that designation. I think that is positive. I wish he would announce that fact even, because he did it in October. I wish he would have announced it back in October when he named Mr. Durham as special counsel. But you're exactly right, man. Joe Biden was in that now famous January 5th meeting, 2017, between Election Day and Inauguration Day, when they plotted how they were going to take out Michael Flynn. Joe Biden's the guy who brought the Logan Act. So Joe Biden's connected to this. It's good that Durham is named special counsel. I just hope he finishes the investigation ASAP, and some of the people that you talked about are actually held accountable.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, if God forbid Joe Biden does take the Oval Office, from day one, it's got to be the most corrupt administration in American history, and he's only been in office one day if he gets there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's bringing back so many of the same people if, in fact, he wins. But, you know, I've been giving up on this, Grant. You know, I keep coming back to the fundamental fact. 74 million Americans instinctively know something wasn't right with this election. I mean, the fact that the president gets 10 million more votes than he got last time, the fact that he increased his vote with Hispanic Americans, African Americans, House Republicans won 27 of the 27 toss-up states. The president won almost every single bellwether county across the country. First time an incumbent president increases their vote totals from the previous election and doesn't win in 150 years. So all these facts just point to something isn't right here. And again, of that 74 million people who voted for the president, 70-some% of those individuals think the election was rigged. This is why we got to get to the bottom of what happened, because that number, 70-some% of 74 million, is 50-some million people, 1/3 of the electorate, Grant. When 1/3 of the electorate, over 50 million people in our country, think something's wrong, that is not healthy. That is not good. So we owe it to them, as well as President Trump, to figure out exactly what took place in this election process.
All right, so a common theme of this program over the last few weeks has been, when will the FBI, heck, even local law enforcement, there's plenty of crimes here local law enforcement could have stepped in on. Do you have any indication that there's any real serious investigations by the FBI, especially when it comes to this electronic vote rigging allegations? Because there's where you really need real search warrants in this.
Yeah. Again, I don't know. I know what the Attorney General said yesterday. I think the Attorney General said yesterday they haven't found anything yet. So there's some, still some time. We still have 2 weeks until the Electoral College meets. We have, 6 weeks until Inauguration Day. So there's still time to get to the bottom of it. And as I said before, We owe it to President Trump, who's done such an amazing job as our president over the last 4 years. We owe it to 50-some million Americans who think the election was fraudulent. And of course, we owe it to the 70. We owe it to the whole country to make sure we have election integrity as we move forward. So I hope so. You're right about this Dominion system. We need to look into those and figure out exactly what took place here, because some of the anomalies that took place in the wee hours of November 4th, where these votes came back in, these batches came back in, and they were overwhelmingly for Vice President Biden, just don't make sense.
It doesn't. None of it does. Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan. Congressman, great to have you on the program. You know, back home, my fiance is an Ohio girl, a Cleveland girls. We're getting to be all Browns fans here, so I thought you might like that.
Browns are having a good year for a change. That's good to hear.
Absolutely, they are. It is for a change at that. Congressman, thank you so much. We'll see you again soon.
You bet.
All right. So you heard what he had to say there. Okay. It is what it is. Guys, I will put this in the comment section. We the people, donate if you can, even if it's just a few bucks, so we can get this posted, so we can get this done. Okay. It costs for their emails. It costs for their websites, and it costs to have a website. Believe me. That's why I don't have my own right now. Okay. Robocalls, social media, marketing, printing costs, and our travel costs for going around the state and nation talking to conservative groups. Okay. So, and this is done. General Flynn has posted this. So let's give him a hand. Let's help him out some. And he's posted it. And he's not the only one that started it. I can guarantee you that. But the fact of it being, you know, people are just over. Hey, Flynn, look at this. Her name's Becky. Well. You know what I'm going to do. Okay. Ooh-wah. I don't know who she is, but she'll get that retweet, won't she? So there you go. People's got to be, they got to be so damn ignorant. So you know me, I'm going to come across and do what I got to do. It's a given. I'm just saying, excuse me. But yeah, this is what we have to do. We have to stop and listen to the people, not the ones out there saying that they're the Kraken and that they're fighting for the cause. If they're fighting for the cause, do it without recognition. Why do they got to have recognition? Why do they got to feel like they got to be called something powerful and to look good in front of everybody in order to do their job? A true hero don't need a pat on the back. How many soldiers are over in these countries? President Trump, bring them all home. Screw them other countries. Bring them all home. Bring them home to be with their families in this time of crisis, of this coup d'etat that's taking over in this country. Bring our soldiers home. That's what I would ask of him. So you know what? Watch the information overload you get. People listen and they hear different things and they go totally berserk crazy. And they're ready to get out and kick someone's ass themselves. Stop it. Stop it. Just remember, okay? Money is temporary. A house is temporary. Cars are temporary. Careers are even temporary. But God is eternal. Get on your knees and talk to him once in a while and ask him to help you understand and certify what's going on, because you don't know who to trust or you don't know who to believe. You don't know what to do. Don't take it from any one given person down here on the internet. Believe in something that's going to guide you the right way. Or whatever you believe in, whether it be a God or Buddhist or anything else. Find your answer through that. But it is a fact that Dominion, okay, played a big part in Biden's team. That's confirmed. 28 states sent votes overseas for counting. That is confirmed. Observers illegally removed. The Republican people couldn't see the votes being counted. That's confirmed. Poll watchers able to edit systems Vote totals, confirmed. Mathematical impossibilities done, confirmed. And it is also confirmed that Wisconsin, I think it was at 3:42 a.m., 143,000 Biden ballots dumped. Confirmed. 15,000 plus ballots miscounted in Georgia. That's a fact, and that's confirmed. More voters than people in the county? That's confirmed. Fake signatures accepted. That is so confirmed. From all the eyewitnesses that see this, it's confirmed. Am I right? Whistleblowers alleging wrongdoings. Confirmed. Ballots being trashed and put under rocks and burned. Confirmed. Ballots being filled out right there at the table at the voting places. Confirmed. The United States Postal Service, which we're supposed to hold dear, and they are by rule of law, has even been involved in this coup d'etat. Confirmed. The DOJ would rather look into other things than what he is supposed to be looking into himself, which he should make it a personal job of his own to see into it himself. And he won't. Confirmed. We have allowed ourselves to sit back for years and not take notice to what's going on in this country until we finally got a president that was going to stand up and show us all the evil and chaos and the swamps. Confirmed. We, the people, are running scared, not knowing whether to put on a mask or not wear a mask, not knowing whether to buy toilet paper or something to eat. Confirmed. Where Hollywood has let China buy into them, and Walmart that's become a monopoly, allowing China to own into them as well and doing business with. Confirmed. To where our Congress for the last 4 years has wasted taxpayers' time and money to doing fake dossiers and fake Russian collusions and trying to impeach a president just because they didn't want him finding out the truth because he wasn't an irregular politician. They rather see him oust. And even when they oust him, if they can get it done, they're still not going to leave him alone. Confirmed. And now the American people sitting and patiently waiting for a vaccine that could probably make them sicker than make them better. Sitting in our houses because they're told to. Wear a mask in your car if more than 1 or 2 people are in your car. Confirm. Small businesses losing their businesses because of this COVID crap that is used against the election and everything else that is right. Confirmed. Everything I'm mentioning right now is confirmed. To where friends turn against friends and family against family because of the different color jackets that our politicians wear. Confirmed. To where little kids don't understand why school cannot be in play and school cannot be open and back to normal, which is not back to normal at all, guys. Why can't they just have back their little lives they had before? All of this grown-up mess took place. Confirmed. See where I'm coming at with it? Everything I'm mentioning is confirmed. Ain't a damn one of you can say it's not. Whether you like me or hate me, you can't say it's not. See, that's the world in which we live in now. The world with uncertainty. The world that we cannot trust anymore to be guided the right way by the leaders in which we put in place to guide this country. The ones that's supposed to be making laws instead of breaking the laws. The ones that can't even take care of their own deficits, but then they're put over the retirement plans and the veterans funds. Does it make sense? The one people that sit up in a higher pedestal than you and I, and they don't want for nothing and don't have a problem looking at to rob Peter to pay Paul type lives. That's confirmed. But they tell us how to live our lives and what amount of money is going to help us make it better. You know, put the Band-Aid over the boo-boo instead of watching it fester or watching it heal. Which is it? When we have politicians that are doing not for you, but for themselves in order to keep that seat that they need, because that seat leads them to what? A buying market. Because our politicians are up for sale. You can buy me for a price. Instead of saying, you can't buy me for any price. Fact. And that's confirmed. When people turn against people in the streets, because the mainstream media news sets the agenda for that to happen. The mainstream media news has come so political and bought out themselves to where they can't even be journalists to bring you the right news and the real news and the confirmed news. They pick and choose what they want to tell you and how to tell it to you. Their handler being George Soros. Now, I went and trying to see it here. Let's see if I can find it in my history. I sent something to my husband. I wanted him to hear it. And I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but it was Putin. Hold on. Putin speaks of George Soros being a problem for America, not him. I'm talking to my Google. Let me see this. Let me see if this is it. Putin reference to George Soros was a dog whistle to far-right anti-Semitism. Okay, that's not it. I seen a video. Russia, war on George Soros goes global. Yeah, he's calling it out. Russia's calling it out. Russia said he's not the one that's part of this mess. He didn't do anything to America. It's George Soros. That is your boogeyman. That's what he says. And yet we're not throwing him the hell out of this country. And yet Hillary Clinton marries into that family. So I'm trying to find it here for you guys. Hold on. I'm trying to find it here. Let's see. Let me see here. I know I watched it. I don't know if it was on, let me get it real quick here. I don't know if it was on YouTube or was it on a link that I watched it. But you had to slow down. I think I sent it to my husband. You had to slow down. In order to okay, I'm trying to find it here. Okay, I think I sent it to my husband. Let me look at my phone because I know that I wanted him to see it because my husband and I, we talk politics, and there's a lot of times he agrees with me and I agree with him and we disagree. I mean, that's what we tend to agree to disagree. And that's not a statement I'm going to let everybody use on me. I just want you to know that, okay? Seriously, I'm not going to allow that. But I am going to, let me get to him because I know I seen this and I was like, wow. Also breaking news, the House Freedom Caucus has called on Bill Barr. My husband sent that to me. Let me see here. I know I sent it to him because I was like, wow, Putin really, really came across. And you have to literally watch what he's saying and you have to be careful You have to stop, and I'll put it in the comment section below because I know it's a video where you seriously have to stop and read because Putin speaks Russia. He speaks Russian, and Putin, he said it's not him. He's not part of the problem for America. It's George Soros. He's your boogeyman. And I believe that. I believe George Soros is trying to take down this nation just like he did Venezuela. And he's paying big money for it. When he really should spend, look at this. I'm looking at, look at this. Okay. He seriously, this is my history, guys. He seriously needs to get money put on them bags. He spends all this money to take down our country, but he's yet to see. This is my history. And you guys think I go follow you. Give me a break. Look at my history. I'm checking into this jackass. See, I'm researching this jackass. I'm not even going to you guys' channels. See, it's just not that important to me. I'm just saying. So I'm trying to find it, but I'm going to have to find it because if I keep looking for it, I should have had it better, but I didn't. So excuse me. Breaking House, Freedom Caucus. Uh-oh. Hold on. Newsmac is live on something. It's breaking news. Oh, no, it ain't live. What the hell are they talking about? Live. It ain't live. Okay, but I will bring this up because this is what they're talking about.
We are.
Ow. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're loud as hell is what you are. That dude's in China trying to sell a newspaper. Wow, he's in China. I'm just saying. Okay.
The House Freedom Caucus held a news conference demanding Attorney General William Barr provide the American people with full transparency into the allegations of election fraud here in 2020.
In our roles, in the oversight capacities that we have here in Congress, but also the Department of Justice and certainly the media to look into these allegations, to really give it the effort that it's worth.
I agree with my colleagues that say where there's smoke, there's fire. You have to start somewhere. And there's credible evidence.
Okay. This guy speaking right here, I'm glad he's speaking. This guy right here that's talking is the same guy. The same guy. And I'm going to bring this up every time I see this man. I will bring it up. I don't care if I'm 90, I'm going to bring it up. This guy right here went on Tucker Carlson. Sorry, I said that wrong. Tucker Carlson, and talked about Vegas, said he had insight, that he trusted, he had intel, that he knows for a fact ISIS came through the southern border and did the hit on Vegas. He knows for a fact. That man right there on your screen that you're looking at right now, that man right there that's calling for this caucus calls on AJ Barr, it's the same man that says he has intel that ISIS came across the southern border and did the hit on Vegas. The reason why they don't want to tell you that is because then you would know we are not safe with our borders down. Just saying. Now I'm going to let him speak.
There's credible testimony that there are problems here.
We're coming down to the wire, and we have not had a proper job done by the Department of Justice and certainly not by the FBI.
We have an election in Georgia next month. We need to know right now whether we can trust it. We call on the Attorney General to get in there, do a forensic audit, find the evidence, and let us know if this has been a fair election.
Now, we didn't hear from Congressman Jody Heiss, who was supposed to be the second person to speak today, but he has been vocal on Twitter calling out, Chris, as you were mentioning, the election fraud. There's a lot of evidence of allegations of this fraud, a lot of evidence to go along with those claims. In Georgia, suitcases of ballots being pulled out and then counted when poll watchers were taken away. So that is what Congressman Heiss is pointing out. And then there's just countless examples of video that we've seen. So a lot of these allegations are being looked into, but the question is doing, what is the FBI doing? And that's what the Freedom Caucus wanted to know here today.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I'm into that. We're going to show some of that video here in a minute. But Logan, just out of curiosity, the Freedom Caucus out there speaking, members of Congress, how well attended was the coverage and the biased press actually showed up to hear the words of these congressmen?
There were a few of them. There were some photographers. There was a camera here from a 3-letter network. There was another camera here from a 3-letter network. But other than that, there just weren't that many media members on hand.
Are you hearing
this?
Even
heard it from some of the liaisons of some of the Congress.
Are you hearing this? When we do prevail, and I'm going to say this to Fox and CNN and MSN and all you other CBS and all you other alphabets. When we do prevail, you will be held accountable for our coup d'etat and the treason you've done against this country and being part of it. You, each one of you journalists sitting up on that stage, and each one of you journalists that are going to sit there and not tell the news that we want to hear, you will be held accountable. Mark my words. Mark my words today. You will be held accountable.
People about where's the media covering this? You know, they covered Russia for 4 years, and that's what some of these lawmakers were talking about, going along with this Russia, hoax. And then there's evidence that we're seeing now of ballots either being thrown away or being taken out from underneath tables. And there's just not that intrigue here in Washington. But thankfully, we have outlets like us here at Newsmax that are looking into this.
You will. You will
feel like
you will be accountable for the part of your problem of what you do to this country. See, nobody's holding them accountable. Everybody wants to go listen to Fox, and they want to listen to CNN. They want to listen to MSNBC, but they don't want to seriously boycott the bitches where they ain't making the money. They're not even going to the White House and listening to Trump give a speech anymore. Did you see how empty that room was when he was giving his speech the other night? The one speech that Trump gave. Did you see? Hardly nobody was there. Nobody. This is what they're doing, guys. It's a coup d'etat against our country. The speech that Trump had where he was telling everybody the day that Barr came to the White House and Trump gave a speech telling everybody about what's going on with the election, the fraud, the stealing, the crimes. And there was no Fox, no CNN. Nobody was covering it. Nobody was covering yesterday's protest that turned into a rally. No, they're not covering it. That's why I employ you to go to Newsmax TV. And there's some others you can go to. I will put them in the comment section below where you can go and see them. You can go to Newsmax TV. Sky's New Australia seems to give a little bit of the truth once in a while. And we have a couple other places, and I will send you to, I will put them in the comment section below of all these places that are covering our president and is covering the correct news, because Fox is not going to do it. Today's Show, Good Morning America, all these places, okay, are not covering what we need them to cover. There is a coup d'etat taking over in our country as I speak to you this moment, and they refuse to cover and show us all the stuff that we're showing. The only reason why Twitter and Facebook hasn't totally marked us off the map yet is because they know there'd be lawsuits left and right on them. So they're stuck with what they can show and what they can't show. But let me show you something. Let me bring up Twitter real quick. I want to show you something, how this is how it's going down, okay? Bring it up. I think this is it. Okay, this is Twitter right here. All right, now up here, I want you to pay attention to what I'm going to show you, okay? Here's my Twitter. Am I screen sharing? I should. Yeah, I'm screen sharing. Okay, yeah. Okay, let me see here. Let me see. Why isn't I screen sharing? It's not screen sharing. Why ain't it? Okay, now let's go back to screen sharing. Let's see if it's going to pick it up. Okay. All right. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, I had to redo that. Okay, I want to show you something. Okay. For instance, let's go to Donald J. Trump. That's a good one. Okay. I'm going to, let me get something right here. For instance, Nevada court hears of United States Postal Service witness obstruction, flawed machine inspections, and decreased voters. Now, I'm going to share this, okay? Now, watch how Twitter's doing him. So it makes you wonder, okay? Right now, they're not full force smacking everybody off their platform because lawsuits would go left and right on them. So they can't afford to be totally ratchet like they want to be like Fox News and them, right? And CNN. So see right here, it says, when I go to click on this to share it, this little button right here, this claim about election fraud is disputed. Help keep Twitter a place for reliable info. Find out more before sharing. Find out more. It gives you that option to click on that, or it says quote tweet. Screw you. I know it's real. I'm going to quote that tweet. See what I mean? Now it's asking me about liking it. I'm going to like it. See how they're shadow banning our president? The president of the United States. They're shadow banning him. And better yet, watch this. I'm going to show you Facebook. How am I going to do this without showing people on my Facebook? Okay, I'll do it this way. Let me see. Okay, I think it's this way. Okay. Now watch this. I'm going to take my show. Okay, this is my show. I'm going to share it. Let me bring this back down here to me. Okay. Hey, everybody, I see you now. Okay. Then I'm going to go over here to my Facebook and I am going to share it. See how they put it? YouTube. Won't give a picture, won't give a thumbnail, won't tell much about it, won't even give a title. Watch. Shadow banning. Right here. See? So it's not giving, they're not taking it away from me. And then look here. Show more information about this link. It gives you that. Now watch. YouTube is an American online video sharing platform. Okay. And it's right here, California, 3 former PayPal employees, Chad Hurley, Stephen. And I don't even know what the hell this is about. This has nothing to do. Google bought the site in November. What's that got to do with my show? More than 10 years ago. So Google is lying and YouTube's lying about the show I just posted. Are you understanding what I'm saying to you now? Did you guys just see what I showed you? Can you believe that? See? This is the show I just shared. I'm going to do it again to show you guys. I'm going to delete. They're going to let me have a deletion. Okay, well, we'll edit the post. Okay, let's take that down. And let's bring back up my chat room here. Okay, I'm going to share my show. Okay, and as you can see, my show is, I have to put a stop to this hype of misguided information. Okay. Ooh, 102 minutes ago. Oh, I got to get off here. Okay. So this is my show and here you guys are. Hey, everybody. All right. I'm bringing it back down here. Now I took it off here and I'm going to edit it. I'm going to put that up there. I'm going to hit it a couple times, enter. Nope. Not going to give it to me. So let's do this. This is shadow banning, people. Okay, they're saving it. Okay, now I'm going to go up here and, So here's no title. It was 2 minutes ago. Okay, December 3rd, 2020 at 8:53 p.m. Now watch this. Show more information about this link. This is my link. This is all they give. Got my face. 3 other people shared my link. YouTube is an American online video sharing platform headquarters in San Bernardino, California. 3 former PayPal employees, Chad Hurley, Steve Chin, and Jal Karim, created the service in February 2005. Google bought the site in November 2006 for so much $1.65 billion. YouTube now operates as one of Google's subsidiaries. Continue reading. Takes you to a whole new site. Does not take you to my show. Are you seeing what's happening to me? They don't want my word to get out. Evidently, I must be very, very vocal. So this right here, show more information about this link, and they're lying. You guys are witnessing it right now. There you go. That's why my word's not getting out about my show. So evidently, I'm saying something right, and I'm on target, or they wouldn't even be worrying about me now, would they? That is what I'm dealing with right there. See, isn't that something? Isn't that something? So this is what I'm telling you guys. This here is messed up in so many ways. In a lot of ways. And yet, while I'm being shadow banned, they're acting like, okay, I showed you right there. It still is. Not making this stuff up. Not making it up at all. So this is why I'm saying, guys, we haven't, oh God, it's not going to do right. This is why I'm saying we have issues where they're going to shadow ban people that are bringing truth. And they're getting ready to throw every damn one of us off here. Okay. They just got to find a way of doing it. So why are they lying and saying that that link I'm posting has to do with Google? Now, let me inform you of something. They're making people right here, like I showed you. Okay. YouTube is American Online. They're saying this is about this content right here. This is my show. Let's click on it and see if it takes me to my show. And it does. That part they didn't take away. It better be my show. Yeah, right here. Okay. There you go. But see how they're putting people through this? So people are going to read this and they're like, I ain't going to mess with it. Oh, not unless it's about something important. Which me talking about our stolen election is very damn well important. But not to Facebook. Not from Zuckerberg, who gave so much money, millions, into this election and to help defraud and help fraud this election. See, we allowed ourselves to partake of their happiness and their making money by being on their platforms and not even thinking about someone maybe should be building another platform. And Parler and them are doing that. But the man that created Parler is now on chemo. See what I'm saying? So what is it, guys? What are we going to do? Do we continue letting him win? So I will do a retraction on Linwood. He did do a retraction. And I'm glad he did because he needs to. He needs to do a retraction. And I don't know if you guys knew about this, but there's one channel that's called News Now Fox. News Now from Fox. I don't know how much it's on, what's going on about it, but there was a retired firefighter shot and killed, and the memorial is in procession right now. He was shot and killed. I don't know if you guys wanted to see that or not, but it's going now. But yeah, we need to start looking at different ways to bring our truth. We need more and more people that are going to be whistleblowers. We need more and more people that are going to. President Trump sues Facebook. That's got to be a what you call it, clickbait. I ain't heard that right now, but it probably, I don't know what Trump's doing. But yeah, we need to just start being a lot more reliant on ourselves, people. Get out and find out the truth for yourself. Don't follow any one man. I don't care if his name's Linwood. I don't care if it's Benwood, B Wood, T Wood, Chowwood. We don't need another damn hero. We don't need to know our way home either. We know how we got here and what got us here. We need to be more vigilant. Now, I got things to take care of here at home. I'm not going to be online after I process my show because I have things to do here until it's all cleared and everyone's sleeping, and then I'll have my free time. If I don't get back to you in messages, I will get back to you when I get done. Right now, I'm trying to get things done here in my house. Okay. So, guys, be vigilant, please. If you know anybody in Georgia, talk to them. Tell them to get the word out. We need the votes, but we also need their legislators to do what's right. And the ones that are voting needs to sit there and not move. Chain yourself to each other. Tell. Antifa and Black Lives Matter do it. Go watch some of their shows and get some ideas on how you can keep yourself from being pulled up by the seat of your britches and thrown in jail. They do it all the time. Not thrown in jail, but how they can sit down in a sit down. There's other ways to do things, guys. Just got to get a little more vigilant with your personality, shall we say. I don't know. But all I'm saying is we can't afford to allow people to take our rights away. And we can't afford to have people be misled by something that was accidentally said. Seriously. Okay? Have a good night, people.
Out of the ruins, out from the wreckage, can't make a same mistake this time. We are the children, the last generation. We are the ones they left behind. And I wonder when we are ever gonna change. Living under the fear till nothing else remains. We don't need another hero. We don't need to know the way home. All we want is what's beyond the Thunderdome. Looking for something we can rely on. There's got to be something better out there. Love and compassion. That day is coming. All else are castles built in the air. And I wonder when we are ever gonna change. Living under the field till nothing else remains. All the children say we don't need another hero. We don't need to know the way home. All we want is right beyond the Thunderdome. So what do we do in our lives? We leave our faith above. Will our story shine like a light? Or is this the dawn? Is it all or nothing?
right, guys, you have a good night, and I hope that you have a good evening. And most of all, please do me a favor, okay? Keep our country in your prayers. Make sure that you have compassion for people, because if we lose our compassion and we lose caring for one another, then there is no country. So let's keep everyone in our prayers. And I want to thank you guys for praying for my daughter, and just keep striving to bring the truth. And like I said, Linwood did do a retraction, so I'm glad he did a retraction. And we can't judge people because, and that's what I was showing you at the beginning of the show. Can't judge people because they're Democrat or Republican. We judge them on the fruits they bear. Okay? So you guys have a good night. Peace out, guys.